All right, Staff Sergeant Kendrick Dukes, man. Can you tell us where we at today?
We're at a great place, man. Our original stomping grounds, Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Yes, sir, at the Airborne Museum. If you're ever inside Fayetteville, please come on, stop by and check it out. So before we get into the actual piece, we're going to name this piece Survivor's Remorse. It's kind of meant to highlight certain people who've been a part of just, great things that happen in military history. It's also to highlight Memorial Day and also bring certain individuals to light front and also bring forth certain personal perspectives. What we bring up here is just personal perspectives. It's not an open representation of the Army. So just take the opportunity today and take that moving forward. So before we get into the legalities and all of the fun stuff that we are assuming here today, we got to know about the person that we're interviewing. So Staff Sergeant Dukes, Kendrick, please tell us about yourself, man. Where you from?
I'm from Louisiana, born and raised in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Definitely country living, but now Army living right now.
Yeah, I hear that, man. I hear that. So how did you grow up, man? Like, what was it like being from Louisiana?
It was great, definitely great. Definitely grew up doing the country things, the four-wheelers and dirt bikes and horses. That's my thing, So definitely grew up in the country way.
Okay, so I think we all kind of hit that crossroad in life. You got out of high school. What certain sequence of events led you to join the Army and sign up for 4 years off the back, man?
It was a random choice. Honestly, I was working straight out of high school in a chemical plant, and the money was good, but anybody that works in that industry, construction and stuff like that, they'll tell you that the stability kind of isn't there. And I got laid off after like a year, and in the time of me being laid off, I found out I was having a daughter at the time. So I was like, I wanted something that was more stable for myself and for, my daughter that I was having. So I randomly, people won't believe it, but I randomly woke up, man, and went down to the recruiting station. The Air Force told me no. They tried to send me to the Navy, but I wasn't with it.
Yeah.
Then it was like the Marines. I was like, nah, I ain't getting down with that,
Yeah.
And I just went to the Army, and that was all she wrote.
You was kind of fat too, ain't it?
I was fat, bro. I was fat. Nobody wanted to take me. The Air Force didn't want to take me. And the Air Force didn't want to take me because I was fat and I had tattoos at the time. That was before, their policy changed.
Yeah.
And I was like, the Marines, they go a little too hard for me. I ain't going to make it.
So I got to hit the medium.
Yeah, I had to find a medium, So I went to the Army and, that was all she wrote.
So keep that in mind, man. If you are a recruit, you thinking about joining up, you can do it. You got to just make the right steps, man.
Definitely.
All right, man. So what was it like when you first joined the Army, got to your first unit? What was that whole climate, atmosphere like?
It was definitely a culture shock, man. Coming from being a civilian, not really being told what to do, but really just doing it on your own, winging it,
Yeah, figuring out.
To come in here where you have to listen to someone else's orders on when to get up, when you're gonna eat, and when you're gonna go home. Basically, you have to, learn and instill discipline. And it was a culture shock. I'm gonna say it was a culture shock, but it helped me, down the road. As where we sit here today, it definitely helped me.
Right. Okay. Well, cool, man. So we also have our memorial table to our right. You know what I'm saying? From left to right, we got McLaren in the large picture. Then we got Sergeant First Class Young. We also got Corin Burrows, or we call him Doc, man. He was our medic for deployment. And so we're just going to talk about briefly, man, how did you meet McLaren?
It's crazy. So McLaren, we was day zero at the unit, right here at Fort Bragg, and we was signing for our barracks rooms, and everybody had picked their roommate. And I seen him, and I was like, man, I don't want to be in the room with this guy, but everybody else was already chose. So, it was just like me and him. So I guess we in the room together. And man, when I tell you that's all she wrote, bro. And that was the day I met one of my best friends, bro.
Yeah.
Like somebody that's like a brother to me,
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, McLaren lost his life in a motorcycle accident about 2-3 years post-deployment.
Yeah.
All right, man. Can we talk about Doc or Burrows real quick?
Burrows, day one to the unit again. When I was greeted by you, showing me around. I met Burroughs as well because he was the platoon medic, you know.
Yeah.
So when I met him, Sergeant Young, I was Sergeant Young's driver from day one. And him and Sergeant Young was the platoon sergeant and Doc was the platoon medic. So me going through all the training rotations with them, we just build a bond like out of this world,
like out
bro.
of nowhere, yeah.
Out of this world.
Yeah, and the great thing about that, man, is just that all these guys are just some positive, welcoming individuals, man. And I'm glad that they were just a part of our overall circle. And
definitely.
Finally, man, let's talk about the mentor himself, Sergeant First Class Young.
The man, the myth, the legend, you know. Sergeant First Class Young, man, was a amazing individual, you know, someone that, you know, impacted my life greatly. And I think everybody that ever encountered Sergeant First Class Young could say that, you know, his words, his knowledge, his wisdom, you know, just the person he was, you know, that impacted them, you know.
Yeah, you can't fake that.
Yeah, definitely,
crazy, genuine. Yeah. All right, so what do you see early on in those relationships that, you know what I'm saying, kind of just paved the way for that hard, just foundational friendship?
I would definitely say the way it was genuine. Everything was genuine. Nothing was forced. Everything came natural.
Yeah.
You know, it was never a time where it was dull and you had to go out of your way to make a conversation or go out of your way to make somebody laugh, or it was just literally natural.
Off the rip.
Off the rip, it was natural, bro, the entire time. So, you know, that's why I would definitely say natural and genuine, you know, and I carry that in every situation, relationship, or, you know, whatever it is you may be in, you know, it has to be natural. It has to be there genuinely. You can't force something that's real, you know?
That's real, man. All right, so we kind of inside of that realm where I know y'all just showed up to the unit, but I was already there. But we got the notification that we deploying to Afghanistan as a raw clearance package. Like, how did you feel, man?
I was kind of excited, but it was a bittersweet moment, you know? For one, you know, when I came in, I'm like, I want to do some cool stuff. I want to go out and, you know, do some stuff. And that was a chance. But at the same time, like I say, it was bittersweet because now I'm leaving my family that's home.
Yeah.
You know, and hoping that everything remains the same, you know, while I'm gone. But then I'm entrusting in my new family here now, you know, these guys that I'm in the unit with to bring me back home, you know. So it was definitely a bittersweet moment, you know.
For sure, for sure. All right, man, so what do you think you did to prepare for deployment? They say, like, okay, you're going to be doing route clearance. You're going to be looking for bombs on the side of the road, clearing routes for supply chains, clearing the routes for enemy insurgents, all the other good stuff, man. What do you think you did to prepare for that?
So we went on multiple training rotations to NTC. And, you know, for those who don't know, NTC is a national training center at Fort Irwin, California, you know, where it's compiled of many different units that go there to do their training and, you know, and preparing for whatever missions they have ahead of them, you know.
NTC is a great place, if you don't know.
Definitely a great place.
Yeah. So what's your job title in the route clearance package?
I was a driver.
Yeah.
I was a driver. I was, you know, Sergeant First Class Young driver.
Not just a driver. You were the medevac driver.
That's medevac driver.
A vital position, people.
Yes, very vital, very vital. And, you know, that definitely played a part in later things to come. You know?
Most definitely. So you mentioned Sergeant First Class Young. You were the driver for Sergeant First Class Young. How influential was he in your career, man?
Oh, man. He was definitely, you know, till this day, one of the most influential people that I've met in the military, you know, and even, you know, beyond the grave, he's still influencing me now, you know. A lot of my decisions are, you know, hearing him in my mind or thinking about him or, you know, what he would do, because anybody that's been in a while, you know, we've all contemplated like, man, this isn't for me, or I think I've had enough, or, you know, I think I want to move on, but, you know, and in his honor, when that happened to him, he was going to retire in like 2 years.
2 years, bro.
So
at the finish line.
At the finish line, you know, because I remember having a conversation with him. So every day I go, I'm like, I'm 12 years in now, and I'm like, I'm gonna make it happen. You know, for him,
get to that 20.
you know, for my family, and I know he was gonna do it, so I'm gonna do it for him too. You know, and he impacted me, you know, outside of just the military with like relationship advice, you know, being married, you know, the kids, stuff like that, you know.
For sure, man, for sure. Well, I mean, we're kind of at the peak here. I just want to touch on the infamous mountaintop battle, the ultimate just reason or action of how Sergeant First Class Young lost his life, man. Like, just briefly touch on that for us. You know what I'm saying? Just from your perspective and what that day was like, and just elements leading up to that event.
Yeah, that was, definitely a day that I'll never forget. A day that changed not just, my life, but a day that changed many lives,
Yeah.
And I would say that, being a driver, seeing everything from the driver's seat through the windshield, man, it was like something that was out of a movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best way without being too descriptive in here. Like, it was something that was out of a movie. It was pure, like, chaos. And it was like, just to even replay it in my mind right now, some of the stuff I seen is like, it was tough, but it was a lot of chaos that was going on around us. We rolled up on a situation that the Afghan army had just been attacked by insurgents, and just driving through, seeing how they were damaged and wounded and stuff like that, and they needed our help and stuff, so we got there and helped them. I think we saved like 8 out of 10 guys, 9 out of 10 guys got the medevac out. Not
insurgents, ANA, Afghan National Army people. Yeah, man. Definitely, if you want to Google the event, you can definitely Google it as well. Ultimately, this route clearance package survived the complex ambush. Just the key highlights is that, Sergeant First Class Young was able to direct attention to him for a little while, allowing members of the RCP package to get back to the trucks. Ultimately, he gave the ultimate sacrifice during that sequence of events, man. So, with that being said, man, with suffering such a traumatic experience, how has like the overall experience impacted you, like, to this day?
It's something that I definitely live with daily, you know what I'm saying? Coming from, losing a person that, you was with for, 2-3 years, and someone that you look at as a father figure, it definitely impacted me, a lot, but, and like I said earlier, I still move forward for them, It's not something that I can ever probably, forget or erase from my memory, but it's definitely something that I won't ever forget.
For sure. No, most definitely, man, most definitely. And would you say the overall experience made you weaker or stronger?
Oh, it definitely made me stronger, you know. But before it made me stronger, it broke me.
Yeah.
Like they say, it took for that to tear me down, just to build me back up, you know. So it definitely made me stronger in the end. Yeah. Definitely.
Most definitely, man. Hats off to you for that, bro. Hats off to you. I mean, like, to this day, like, how do you continue to move forward, bro? Like, just, how you move about life?
I continue to move forward, thinking about them and how, they would have, been, if they were still here, how they would have moved and how they would have done things. And I keep, all three of those guys in the back of my mind. I know, they're not here, but I know they're watching over.
Definitely feel their presence every single day, man. With that being said, man, we'll kind of bring it to an end, and we just want to highlight Memorial Day. Those who get the ultimate sacrifice. Highlight any people's families who are also living through those, daily, struggles. We are not alone. Once again, this interview does not display any things personally with the military, but these are just personal perspectives from certain individuals. Myself, Staff Sergeant Dukes, and Lieutenant Freeman. Yeah, man, but just thank y'all for viewing today. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for Staff Sergeant Dukes for coming down today and giving us some of his important time. And yeah, we're gonna end it there. Thank y'all.
Definitely. Peace.
Hey man, if y'all got an opportunity, make sure you get on down to your store, your PX, check out the C4 Memorial inspired Freedom Ice package, man. It's cool. I'm gonna give y'all a close up on this on the video. But yeah, make sure y'all get on down there and check that out. Use free_6fit if you're gonna order a case. Get yourself 10 to 20% off. I'm not sure how much you're gonna get, but just try to see what happens. Thank y'all.
Definitely.